Hello, good morning. Welcome to today's hashtag Thursday Fave session. So if you are seeing this, you are on the replay, okay? That means that this has already taken place and this is all recorded content, but you can comment over in the comments section and I will see your comments later. So if you are here on the replay, I love to see a hashtag replay so that it's kind of like your little stamp to say, hey, I was here, I saw the content. And you can leave other comments or not, it's up to you. But hashtag replay is always a good way to start off when you get onto these videos. And of course, whenever anyone joins live, you can always do your hashtag live so that I know you're here. I usually can see the comments. Sometimes Facebook doesn't let me, but usually I can. So go ahead and put them over. Now, today is exciting because we get to be talking about a concept that I get a lot of questions about. And I mean, the basis of it is how can I find more customers for my business, right? How do I get more clients? How can I start taking more orders? How can I get my name out there, visibility? So I thought it would be fitting today to go over two main categories of clients, kind of break it down and create a strategy for you so you understand those groups of people and understand what they expect from you and what you're going to expect from them. So you can kind of understand the relationships that are being created. And I think it'll make it easier for you to bring these people into your business because you understand more of what's kind of, how to get their attention and what they're looking for. Hey Blanca, good to see you. Thanks for coming today. Okay, so, and this is for people who are starting off with a new business, going from hobby to business. This is also for people who have seasoned baking businesses because I think some of us make a couple mistakes here and there. We sort of ignore a certain group of clients for a specific reason, which we'll talk about. And I myself have actually changed this over the last year or so, and I'm seeing results from it too, just me personally. So I definitely want to share that info with you. Hey, Allie, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Okay. It might seem daunting to find these new clients because maybe we don't even know where to look, right? So we're going to break them up into two categories, talking about how you could encounter them in your business and how can you approach them with a strategy. We're going to be talking about warm clients and cold clients, the differences, what they need, what you need to give them. We're going to talk about who you should focus on first. We're going to talk about what you can expect from them, right, and what they'll want from you. Before we hop in, I want to give a shout out to Diana Long, who's our winner for this week's hashtag Friday giveaway post. These are just very fun, simple posts asking y'all to talk a little bit about you and your plans in your business. You'll see it in the group go up every week on Friday. So you'll see it go up tomorrow. If you see this post, go ahead and make sure you comment on it so that you can get into the drawing to win a $10 credit to our website, where you can use that $10 towards any baking business goodies that you might find, like contracts, courses, all the good stuff. And it's always free. It's like a fun free giveaway every week. So make sure you get your comment in there, and congratulations to Diana. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in with the first question. Who should you focus on first? So that would be the warm clients, and we'll talk about why that is. Because the biggest reason is because your warm clients already know, like, and trust you, right? They already know, like, and trust you. So you don't have to do the work of the intro. You don't have to do the work of the story, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, who I am, all of that. The getting to know me posts, right? You don't necessarily have to put those out there because your warm clients already are kind of in there. They're already into it. They already like you for you, or they're already following what you're doing. So some examples for warm clients would be maybe your spouse or partner's friends or coworkers, right? So someone that you live with, the people that they see on a daily basis. Maybe it's your personal coworkers. Maybe it's your neighbors, friends or family, or friends or family of current friends, right? So they're very heavily connected to you already. Family members of any kind, but we want to be careful here. I'm going to give you some tips on making sure that friends and family are treated like customers, because that can be a really big boundary issue. I know we all have different families, but I'm going to tell you what I do. And then if you're having issues dealing with your friends and family, maybe you can make a few switches and kind of turn it around. Hey, Anna, good to see you. Hey, Meg. Okay. All right. So it could also be community members that you see often or you're in groups with, right? So this could be your gardening group, your church, your bicycling group, anything that you're doing around where people already know you. They know your name, they might know where you live, like they already trust you. Or it could be selling to businesses that your friends own or that they work for, right? So that's that really easy in. So these are your warm clients. So I want to stress something here because I'm seeing people say some things about going from hobby to business. Like it's very common for me to hear yes. Like if I ask, hey, are you running a business? A lot of times I'll hear I'm selling to friends and family, but I haven't really started a business yet. So I want to stress, in my opinion, as a business mentor, if you are accepting dollars of any kind for any reason from a person, no matter how they're affiliated with you, that is still a business. So you are still accepting dollars. And let's say all you ever did was sell to friends or family, but your family has 300 people in it, and you're making $100,000 a year because you're consistently selling to friends and family. That's still a business, right? That would still be, you need to pay your taxes and all that kind of stuff. So I want you to kind of make a little mental shift here and realize that taking money from anyone is a business and we should be treating it like one. And later on, we'll talk about why that boundary is important. But just to kind of get your mind going, as it doesn't matter who it is, because the warm circle and the cold circle are still all clients. It doesn't matter how they're related to you. So don't underestimate the power of friends and family supporting your business, because it can, not only can it up-level your business, it's usually the way people start businesses, and it's usually the way people sustain businesses over strange periods or over pivoting periods, because the friends and family are there consistently in your life. So if you, like for instance, if you live in a state and you move to another state and your friends and family are still wanting whatever it is you're making, or if you're teaching online or whatever it is you're doing, those are the first people that are going to continue to patron you, even if you leave your community, right, that has all of your clients in it. So don't underestimate their participation in your business. They're also the most likely people to be commenting on your posts, on being involved in your social media, and being interested in helping share the information about your business. They're like right there ready to do it. They're kind of like your cheerleading group. So don't underestimate them being around. Okay, so what can you expect from your warm client group? What can we expect from them? Now, before we move into this, what to expect, I want you to know that we can't really expect them to take a part in this. They might say no, or they might not want to do it, but you can possibly expect them to be able to help you with more personal tasks inside of your business that usually relate to something like market research. So if you don't necessarily want to be going into cold clients trying to find out market research information, you could use this warm client base of people who already know you for things like surveys, samplings, testing recipes, things like that. So if you don't really want to push this out into a bunch of people that you don't know, you just want to try a new, scone recipe, and you don't necessarily want everyone to know about it, look into your warm clients. These people will help you. Now, remember though, this is only if they can be fully honest with you. So I don't know you, I don't know your friends, I don't know your family. But if you have, let's say, a mother-in-law that would just never tell you the truth that something was bad because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings, that's probably not the best person to use for market research. So find that kind of brash, just really honest friend. That's who you want. You want someone to be able to tell you that it's bad. Because if it is, you don't want to sell it, and they're just helping you build your business because they want you to be successful, right? So it's not a negative thing. But just think about, from my warm circle, who would I use for this? The other thing that you can do with your warm circle is if you're still just getting started, okay, maybe you're not taking any money, or you're just taking a few dollars to cover the materials, you're kind of practicing on them, that's okay. I want you to make sure that you're using that opportunity to create photographs for portfolios. Make sure you photograph every single thing you make in good lighting. You will probably eventually need that photograph if you don't take it. So go ahead and take it, even if you think it's ugly, even if you think it's not good enough. Think about maybe 10 years from now when you're a rock star. You can show that photo from 10 years ago, and then you can show what you're doing now, and you can show a, then and now kind of thing. You can use these photos even if you're not super proud of them now. Go ahead and take them. You can test out how long certain items will take you to make, right? So this is all like planning and productivity. Use their experiences with you to learn as much as you possibly can about your own business. Okay. Now, I know this might seem a little premature to some people who are still in this process of working with only warm clients, but I'm going to mention it here because I have seen some issues pop up recently, especially with COVID, with people canceling orders. I have seen people trying to sell things for holidays over this holiday season and people kind of treating them wrong because they think they know them and they think they can. So if you don't already have a contract in place, even if it's simple, even if it's literally just refund policy, allergen policy, and liability, just like a really simple, this is what's going to happen if X happens type of thing. If you don't already have that, I really, really, really think that you should get that set up. There's lots of opportunities to get it set up quickly and efficiently. We have a full template in the shop right now. It's literally a punch, click, download, and it's yours. Like within probably 20 minutes, you'll have it changed to be with your name and your business logo and what you want it to say, and then you can use it right away. So the reason I'm suggesting this is because what you don't want is you don't want your warm clients to be pushing your boundaries so hard because there is no contract in place. And it's also going to make your business look and feel more professional to have that in there. And I would suggest this for anyone. It doesn't matter to me if you're just selling to your aunts and your uncles. They should probably know what's going to happen if you send them something that's underbaked, right? Or if they drop it outside of their house, what's going to happen? Having a policy set up just makes everyone feel a little more comfortable. So this also helps you kind of set up a pre-expectation that they understand that you are a business and this is a business transaction. So that's for anyone who's just like really, really needing some help with that and needs to feel a little more protected. Hey, Eliana, good to see you. Hey, Denise. I'm glad you're here. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm just going through my special notes here. Okay. Now, we're still talking about warm clients. What will this group expect from you? This is different. So what did we expect from them, and now what are they going to expect from you? So I think, this is just my opinion, right? So I think that the first thing I would expect as someone's warm client is to not be directly sold to every second of the day. Okay, so what does that mean? That doesn't mean don't talk about your business. Of course I want to know about your business. I care about you. Tell me about what's going on. But I don't want you in my DMs trying to sell me stuff. I don't want you sending me messages, with your flyers for your business. Because really what's happening is because I'm just talking to myself as a warm client. If I were a warm client, I would be already on your Facebook page, kind of seeing what you're doing because we're connected. I would be watching your live videos if you put them up. So if you're talking about your business, then I know what you're doing. But what you're not doing is sending me invoices when I didn't ask for them or, things like that. So there's kind of a separation between telling me what you're doing and trying to get me to buy it, right? So just tell me what you're doing and that's it. Your business page is for sales. Your personal page is where you tell people what your daily life is like. And if that includes running a huge Cocoa Bomb sale, which is what I'm doing, I will post that I'm running a huge Cocoa Bomb sale, but I will not tell them how much it is, and I will not give them a link to order it, and I will not tell them to order it. I will just say that is what I'm doing. And the nice thing about this group of people is they're your warm clients. So if that's the case, they're going to come to you when they want that information. They're going to easily be able to press message and then type it out and send it to you because they already trust you. So it's kind of like they get the opportunity to push through the need for the product, but they feel more comfortable because they already know you and they know what to do. A cold client's different, and we're going to talk about that. So for this group, you don't necessarily need to be actually selling to them all the time. If they want in, they'll know how to do it, right? They just send you a message, or they go to your business page. You can have your business page linked at the top of your profile. Okay, now the second thing, and I want to bring this up because I know it's pretty common. This group may expect discounts or special treatment. Now, as a business owner, you get to decide what that means. For me, I will tell you what I do. It's very restrictive because I've been doing this a long time and I know what it looks like to be on the other end of this, to be giving a lot of discounts and working with people in that way, and it's really draining. So to save myself from the pain of that, I stopped doing it. And it's not always going to be the case, right? You might have friends and family who don't pressure you for these types of things. Mine really doesn't. It was more of like me thinking I had to do it, but then I realized I really didn't. So if you start off early and strong, or even you just switch it around right now, and let them know that you're honored to be serving them, but that you do have business prices for a reason, right? So if you think about a good friend or family or a good warm client, more than likely they're going to actually want to be building your business. They want to help you do this, right? They're going to want to be a part of your success. That doesn't mean they're going to want you to work for them for free. So it might be a different type of person, but you're not going to attract that type of person if you are not giving out these huge discounts all the time to your warm clients. So for me, I do make baked goods for parties I attend, if I'm going to attend, as a gift if they ask, or if I decide that it would work for me and I offer. So instead of bringing a gift for the birthday person, I will make the dessert, right? It's like a trade. Sometimes I let my friends know about sales that are taking place early, so they kind of have the in, or slots are filling up if I know they wanted to order something. And that's pretty much it. I don't give them special discount codes. I don't make special things for them. They're in my client group. I might give them a little extra heads up. And if I'm attending an event with them, I might make the dessert for a gift. That's pretty much where I ended up here as far as giving people extra things. And I will say that everyone in my family and my friends and my warm clients have all respected my prices and are honestly some of my most consistent customers. So they will support you if you just let them know how to play the game, right? So you might find yourself being frustrated or hurt within these transactions with your warm clients because they're emotional, right? You have emotional ties to some of these people, if not all of them. So that's where the contract comes in, where that clear procedure comes in. So they realize, yes, she is my friend, but she's also a business owner, and this is how her business runs. An easy way to show them that is the contract. So again, if you don't have one, look into it. I can help you. Send me a message. I just want you guys I want this to be easier for you because you're going to move from your warm clients to your cold clients, and you're definitely going to need a contract for them. So getting it set up now, it would be a little bit easier for you. Let's see. So if you need it, you can always comment contract on this link on the chat box over here. And I'll send you a link to the template so you can look at the sections. Or if you want a link to the contract course, which we have, which is that you get the template and I walk you through every single step, you're always welcome to put contract course, and I will send you a link to that course so you can see what's in there too. So I want you guys to get this taken care of probably before the new year if you can, so you can roll into 2021 and feel more confident with your client interaction. All right. So I get this question a lot too. Hey, Jessica. Haven't seen anyone post it yet, but this is the next one that usually comes up. So how do I sell to my warm circle without feeling weird? What do I do, right? How do I even do this? It's a great question. So I'd love to go over this before we move on to the cold clients. So with our warm clients, we often stop ourselves from talking about our businesses because it might feel pushy. We might be like, they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to know about what I'm doing. That kind of thing. No one wants to be pushy, right? Like nobody. So I get it. It feels weird. I feel it myself sometimes when I word something wrong or when I say something wrong. So I totally understand that. But on the flip side, when I talk to my friends and family, literally one of the first things that they ask me is, how are your businesses going? How's that going? So they obviously want to know, and I mean, I run 2 businesses. It takes up a large part of my life. So I realize they're probably asking me because they know that I do a lot of stuff. But I think people genuinely are interested in how you spend your time. And if you spending your time is running a business, it's okay to talk about that. So I wanted to lay some mantras on you today to, I don't know, kind of like shift it, right? Because talking about your business can feel super weird. And I don't want it to be that way for you because it's stopping you from growing, honestly. Like, you're missing opportunities if you can't talk about your business in a way that feels good. So let's make it feel good. All right, so number one, and this is going to probably seem kind of vague and simplistic, but really, selling is love, right? Like, you can kind of think of them as the same thing. So I would never tell you about a product unless I actually really like it. You know, like my favorite type of paper towel. Now, I will tell you what that is. I switched to Brawny recently. I'm not an affiliate with them or anything, but like Brawny paper towels are really good. Viva paper towels, you know, there's brands that I would recommend to you because I actually like them and I think it's a really good thing. So it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, telling you about something is because I love it and I want to share it with you. How you talk about it can be up to you, but being able to tell someone, I love what I do and here is what I'm doing right now. I'm obsessed with it. This is what I love to do. So that's a way to kind of think about, how can I talk about it without feeling weird? Just talk about what you love about it, right? Another point here. So sometimes we might feel like people are getting tired of me talking about this. But your friends and family, if you aren't talking, usually we feel like we're talking about it more than we actually are. Your friends and family may forget that you even have a business. Like, literally, if you never talk about it, if you never post any photos, if you don't post any videos, if you never talk about what you're doing with it, they may think you have closed it. They may think, well, I guess she's not baking anymore because she's not posting anything, or is she closed? What's going on? So if you literally never bring it up, they might not ever ask because they think you're not doing it anymore. So once in a while, right? And honestly, if you don't want to chat, if you're that type of person that's like, I just don't even want to talk about it, you can get your little business card, say, hey, you know, here's my website or here's my Facebook page or whatever you have. Go and feel free to take a look. I've got albums up there. I've got my menu for the week, and just hand them that, or a little brochure if you don't feel comfortable doing that back and forth. So they know how to see your services without feeling pressured, right? No one's feeling pressured to talk about it. You're just handing them like, oh yeah, here's this info. Yeah, I got this whole thing set up. That could be something to invest in to make it a little bit easier on you. Hey, Jessica, contract. Yep, I'll send you a link once I get off here later today, I'll send it to you. Hey, Liz, good to see you. Okay. Now, another point. If you do mention your services to your warm circle clients and they aren't interested, just respect that, as not everyone wants what you have, and that's okay. You never know what someone's got going on. You never know, right? So like, it could literally have nothing to do with you or your products at all. So what if they have a health condition? They can't eat sugar. What if someone in their family, you know, is having a weight problem and they really need to lose weight and they don't want to bring it into their home? Because it's it's not that it's not good, and it's not that you're not a good business, a business owner or anything like that. It's that the product just doesn't fit into their life right now. That's okay, right? Like, respect it. Don't take it personally. Now, I know there's some people who have said, well, I have these people who used to order from me a lot and they don't anymore. So what should I do? If you find a warm circle client who used to order and stopped, it may be worthwhile to send them a message. So because they know you pretty well, it probably wouldn't be weird for you to send them a message. I'll even give you a little script here. And this is just curiosity to figure out what's going on. Is it something I could change, or, you know, is it something that happened? Just to make sure. It's kind of like follow-up customer service. So it could be something like this. Hey, Kelly, I noticed that you used to order cookies from me every month, but I haven't seen an order from you in a while. Maybe it's been a whole month and she hasn't ordered. I was wondering if there's anything I could improve to get you interested in ordering regularly again, or if there's something that happened that I should know about, please let me know. I would love to help. And then looking forward to chatting soon. That's it, right? Like, you're just asking, I'm just curious if you can let me know if what happened was something that I did, and is there a way I can make it right? And then you have to be ready. Brace yourself. because it could be constructive criticism that comes back. It could be nothing. It could be, hey, I'm on a diet. I'll get back to you in a couple months when I'm off my diet. Or it could be, I ordered cookies at the end of last month and they were stale. And it just I didn't like them and it made me a little upset. And so I haven't been ordering because I'm worried that they're going to be stale again. Right? So it could be that. And that's something you can change. You can change your packaging. You can change, you can stop adding so much salt. Like you can change some of the aspects of what you're doing. But it could be something you can't change, right? It could be your pricing, which your customers do not dictate. So you cannot change that just because someone has said that they don't want to pay the price. Or your availability, right? Maybe she said, I quit ordering because you are only delivering like after 4 p.m. and I need it in the morning. And so I quit ordering, right? And maybe you have a 9 to 5, so you can't really do that. There are things that you might not be able to fix, but hearing about it will help you understand your client base and what they're looking for from you. Okay. Now, again, with your warm clients, sometimes people just aren't your target market. Even if they're like, let's say it's a warm client person who's a diabetic and will never order your cupcakes, ever. They will never place an order. But what if they like your posts and they comment on your videos every single time? That is an important person to be a part of your business page and a part of your life on social media because they are helping boost your post. Okay, so it's not always the dollar bill and it's not always the orders that make a client a good client. Just try to keep that in mind. Let's say that person who will never order from you works at a company that will, right? Or has a brother that will. So keeping connected with people, even if they never spend $1 on your business, as long as they want to stay connected to you and they respect your business owner position and they're not trying to force anything on you, that's still a great warm client to keep around. But they might not be your target market, and that is A-okay. That is A-okay. You will not serve everyone, right? And they don't have to buy from you. They're not, just because they're your friend doesn't mean they have to buy from you, right? Okay. So if you're too shy to share about your business, which I have seen, if you are too shy and you just cannot bring yourself to mention it, you just can't do it, I will say that you can't expect people to magically know what you're doing. So find a way that is something you can do that's not going to make you feel super weird to tell people what you do. It could just be a photo with a short description. You put it up every other day and it shows you in the process of making what you make. That's it, right? You got to get out there and do something, even if you're super shy. And people won't realize you have a business unless you do this. So find something that feels okay for now and then grow into something else if you can. All right. So as I mentioned before, warm clients, just to kind of a recap, warm clients can be easier and harder to deal with because you know them already. So there could be some issues with that. Make sure your boundaries are consistent and that all customers are treated in the same way. The same professionalism is given to every single person, no matter who they are. Contracts and no special discounts just because of who you are the way to get this done professionally, and it will create a better basis for your business. Because what you don't want, here's another tip. What you don't want is to give someone a special discount because you know them or because they're the Girl Scout leader or whatever. And then that person tells someone else what they paid for the same product. That other person is going to probably be upset because they're not being treated the same. And we want a professional vibe coming off of your business so that you can grow and scale without a lot of issues. You want to keep as many people on as return customers as possible. And to do that, you need to treat everyone the same. Hey, Shannon. Late live. Got it. That's a good one. Late live. New one. Okay. And then lastly, to recap this section, do not bake or provide services for free unless it's 100% your idea. Just don't let them tell you that you're going to do it. Because if you don't want to do it, if it's not 100% something you want to do, then the answer is no. Because that means people are trying to bully or guilt you into it, and that can happen in warm circles and families and friends. So try your best to cut that out because it's not going to help you grow your business. Okay. Let's move on to the second group, cold clients. I have a little bit less to say about this group, but because a lot of it is marketing and advertising and things that we're not covering in this particular live session, a lot of that information is already in the Elite Mentorship Program, which is opening doors January 1 through 5. We're going to extend it a little bit. So if you want to get going with your marketing and advertising for your cold clients, which we're about to talk about, that's where you get the goodness. That's where you get all those videos. Okay. So first, before we talk about cold clients, you should realize that moving from warm to cold, which is what you do, hobby to business, right? This is where you start with warm clients, you move on to people that you don't really know. We'll talk about some examples. It requires some sort of social media or website presence because cold clients will need a place to learn about you and your services on their own. They are not going to be sending you personal messages. They more than likely, they'll go to your personal Facebook page. So we could talk more about that in the Elite Mentorship Program. You want to get that kind of set up a certain way for cold clients to see kind of who you are and what you're doing. But you're going to need that little section set up already. So that's a business Facebook page. That's your Etsy shop, like whatever you have. They're going to need to click on it and look at it and do a little bit of judging. I don't mean to make that sound bad, but they need to decide, is it even worth my time to go with this person, right? They need to trust you just a little bit at first before making any other choices about working with your business. Oh, Denise says, yes, I'd like the contract. Do people dislike taking the time to read through and sign a contract? Do you email it? Oh, okay. In the contract mini course, I talked to you about a lot of options and ways to get it set up. At the very least, what I would suggest is taking your contract, getting it uploaded somewhere publicly. So photos of the contract in an album on your Facebook page, a link to a live Google Doc, a public Google Doc on your pinned post in your Facebook business page, a link to it on your invoices. Wherever you have it, it just needs to be publicly available. And then if you want it to be as simple as possible, you can literally just say, when you place money down on, or when you pay for your product, you are agreeing to my terms and services and policies, or whatever you want to call them, right? Terms and conditions, policies, contract. So they have the moment to go check it out by clicking on the link or clicking on the album. And then when they give you the money, they've agreed to the contract. Some people don't care. Some people won't read the contract. But when something goes wrong, you can say, I sent the contract link to you. It says X, Y, Z, and then it protects you and them on the back end if something happens. You could easily email it as well if you're emailing an invoice. As far as signing goes, you can have them screenshot and sign it. You can just have them, if you pay, you've agreed to the terms and conditions, etc. Just like if you download, on the internet, if you download this thing, you agree to our terms, that kind of stuff, right? So you just need some kind of screenshot or email showing that they've agreed to it and then moving on from there. So again, the mini course has a lot of other ideas, but that's what I would say about, if they don't want to read it, some people don't read their own, contracts for buying a house. Like it's up to them if they want to read it, but essentially you just need them to know that they've agreed to it when they pay for something. Okay, let's hop back into the cold clients here. So who is a cold client? So a cold client is going to be a person who does not know you directly. They really don't know anything about you, but they're possibly interested in purchasing the product that you make or you sell, right? So someone, you don't know their name, none of that, right? Maybe you've seen them at the grocery store like one time, but you don't know them. Your cold clients could include friends of your warm circle that you do not know. This is the best group, like star that one. Friends of your warm circle that do not know you and are basically just connected to you by that one person. Facebook people who follow your public page or Instagram people who follow you. Local businesses that you aren't affiliated with yet. Random people asking where to find baking goods or bakery goods in Facebook groups or some kind of group. Venues or businesses that cater to people who order your type of products. This is also another big category. Customers of other businesses that may see your signs or cards. So did you leave a bunch of cards at the dentist? Okay, the people who walk in there are going to see those cards. So they're cold clients. They don't know anything about you, but they saw a card or something that you left. Like maybe you put up a sign at Starbucks. Those are cold clients. Basically, anyone who's not in your warm circle is a cold client. And what you want to do is you want to inform them about what you do and possibly sell to them if they might be interested. So what can you expect from this group? Number one, they will want to learn about you from an indirect source. It would be almost impossible to expect that a cold client person is going to be messaging you directly to get to know you. That's just not how it works. And that's one of the reasons why video is so important. When you make videos for your business, people hear your voice. Maybe they don't even see your face. Maybe your face isn't in it, but maybe they see your hands. They see a little bit about your process. They see how you talk. They see how you move. They get to know you without having to actually, it's like indirectly. They don't have to actually ask you anything. People are nervous. They don't want to do that. So you've got to give them a way to get indirect information about you. That could be a social page, like we talked about, a website, when you put videos up, things like that. So it should be clear on these platforms what you offer and who you serve. You need to call these people out so that when they see it, they're like, yes, finally, I found someone who wants to make that product that I've been looking for. And then they're going to go into this process where they're going to decide if it's worthwhile for them to be contacting you or working with you. These people are going to have a high desire to start knowing and liking you and trusting you before they order. So videos, VIP groups, posting regularly, looking like you're alive and actually running your business, things like that. They're going to need that information. So how can you accomplish this, right? So I just mentioned you can post regularly. What feels good for you could be once a day, could be every other day, could be, I wouldn't go over 3 times a day. You don't want to be weird, but you want to look like you're active. You could offer samplings for new people, right? Never ordered from me before? Pop over to the house. I've got a porch table out and there's little bags of cookies. Take one, right? You could offer referral discounts. This is one of my favorites. So that's how you get that first group I talked about, cold client friend of a warm client. Tell your warm clients you're going to give them $10 off their next order if they bring you a referral that places a paid order by a certain day. Boom. You got your old people, your warm clients, they're happy, and then you got your new clients, and they're happy because everyone gets a discount, right? That's a way that you can build on that easier to target cold client group. So think just to yourself, how could I entice someone to take a chance on me, right? What could I show them? What could I give them? How could I get them to trust me just a little bit to place some kind of order? Denise, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Hopefully that was helpful. I love me a contract, believe it. The one that's in the shop is, you can see, when you go look at it, you can see not what they say, but you can see all the sections. It's like the best. Okay. All right, so you're going to have to give them options to see you on a consistent basis, which we talked about, and have opportunities to like you more. So you just kind of show up. So to get the cold circle clients interested in what you do, again, going back to the shy thing, right? You have to put yourself out there and get visible in your community. You just have to do it. We have to find out a way for you to do this that feels good. People will not just magically find you because you made a business page on Facebook. Like maybe some people will sort of come across you, but if you're not out there tooting the horn, hey, I'm here, hey, I'm doing this, do you want it? They're not going to find you, right? They are not magically going to start calling you and placing orders left and right because you left a business card at the dental office. Like it's just not enough. So we got to keep consistent on it and start doing things that make sense for you. Because you have to do the work to get yourself out there and in front of the potential customer. So post in the comments if you have any ways that you like to get involved in your own community, things that have worked for you. I'd love to hear about it. Post it in the comments. It'll help people generate ideas. For me, I like to partner with other businesses. I like to offer local classes when it's, not COVID time. Local classes, I'm doing them online now. I like to offer really, really, really good customer service where I have connected with other people to refer out when I can't take an order. So those are 3 of like my most favorite ways to network and get seen, and posting consistently in the local groups. I do that as well. All right, so warm clients, moving on to the end here. What will this group expect from you? So they're going to expect professionalism, clarity, and transparency right off the bat. 100%. You need to make them feel like they made the right choice, the best choice the first time they interact with you. So they're going to expect that you're doing this right away. You only have one chance for that first impression, so make sure it's great. Focus on that first impression. My favorite way to instill trust is to have that contract, a comprehensive contract that goes over all the situations, and it's an easy to use contact form or way for them to contact me. So giving out your email address, making sure they can showing them how to send you a message on Facebook, whatever it is, and then swift message responses. That's kind of what I hit at there. Those are the 3 ways that I get that trust right away. On top of that, I like to spend time on my visuals, right? Like I use Canva, I make my menus, I make my website look nice, so that when they go on there for the first time, when they see it, they can see that I've invested in this. I've looked at it, I've tested it, I've changed it, I've upgraded it, because I'm ready to serve them, right? It just helps people see, oh, she actually cares, or wow, that looks nice, like she did a good job on that, rather than just something I threw together, right? They can see I care. So another tip, when you think like a customer, right? Watch yourself thinking like a customer and see what it is you want from a new business. What do you want them to tell you? What do you want to see? Do you want to see some photos? Do you want to see the product in action? Do you want to hear about their mission as a business? Do you want to know, why the prices are the way they are, or whatever, right? Something that you want to hear about with a business. Can you produce that for your clients to make them feel more comfortable? Okay, so after the initial trust is built, this group will also expect an opportunity to be welcomed into your warm circle, right? So it's a full circle thing here. You've got cold clients, warm clients, and you're trying to shift the cold people into your warm circle. So they may want to know more about you personally, or your family, or where you're from. So maybe they'll send you a personal friend request. If you have your personal page set up like we suggest in the Elite Mentorship Program, there should be no reason why you couldn't invite that person onto your personal profile. They may want to see like, oh, your vacation pic that you took last week. Maybe they want to look at that. Or maybe, maybe they're your neighbor and they want to help you move when it's time to move, right? You can invite these people to be part of your warm circle inside of your business, and giving them an opportunity to do that might be beneficial, like a public personal page, a VIP group, something where you can give them a little bit more about yourself. Clients do often become friends. So this is where accepting clients as social friends comes in the mix, or reminding your warm clients about your business, but not selling on your personal page is a huge deal, right? So you're reminding people, but you're not selling on your personal page. That's what your business page is for. So again, comes full circle. It's really neat. Hopefully this information was useful. I went a little bit longer than I thought I was going to today. So thanks for sticking with me. We talked about cold clients, warm clients, how are they different, what to expect from them, what are they going to expect from you, and you can expand your audience by looking at these different types of people, knowing how to strategize to sell to them or get them to want to buy from you, and then be turning your cold clients into warm clients. And it's just kind of like a continuous cycle where you can bring new cold people in, have them know, like, and trust you, and then they come over to be a warm client who's more consistently patroning your business, right? Okay. All right, so I'm going to hop off for the day. I hope you all have a great Thursday. I will be in here on Friday to leave the hashtag Friday giveaway post. So if you guys want to post on there and enter to win the $10 credit, you definitely can do that. We're just going to be checking in over the rest of December because it's going to be busy. So if you have any questions, if you want us to look at anything, go ahead and post in the group. We'd be happy to chat with you inside of the group. And you can always send me a message too if you have something specific you want to talk about. Okay, talk to y'all later. Bye.